If you have tight traps, you probably know it. Stiffness, tightness can cause headaches, can cause dizziness in some. It creates a situation where you feel like your shoulders are stuck up underneath your ears and there's nothing you do to release them. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 steps to release your tight traps fast. Let's get to it. You can tell if your traps are tight by just pressing into the muscle. It might be between your shoulder blades. It could be a bit higher up by your neck, but you'll find a trigger point. You know they're tight. So what's the first thing you do? You need to warm them up. So when you're sitting for a while, take a break. The first step in releasing your traps is warming them up. All we're gonna do is very simply up and down for about 10 seconds or 10 reps, whatever you prefer. And then we're gonna go back and forth fairly quickly. It's gonna get your shoulder moving. It's gonna get your traps active. Again, we just do it up and down. 4, 6, 8, 10, and back and forth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that they're warmed up, we're gonna get right into your first stretch to release them. Hopefully your shoulders and traps are a bit warm from that first warm up. If you haven't done it, I strongly suggest you do that before moving into this next PNF stretch. We are gonna do this on both sides, so I will show you one side and I'll do the other side, but you have to do both sides so you're hitting both sides of the traps, obviously, to loosen everything up symmetrically. So the first thing we're gonna do, very simply, we're gonna grab the side of a chair, wherever you're sitting, doesn't really matter, and we're gonna lean away and let this shoulder drop. So this would be working, obviously, our right side. We're gonna take our opposite hand, so as we let this drop and lean slightly away, our opposite hand will come on our head, and instead of pulling down, we're going to hold the head and push the head back in this direction. So we're gonna stabilize the head. So I'm forcing the head back that way. We're gonna hold it for about 10 seconds. You know, you wanna push up to 30 to 40 to 50% of your effort there. And then at 10 seconds, we're gonna do a little bit further stretch. Hold that for 10. And now we're just holding the stretch for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to do the opposite again. We're going to push the head this way. So push, like I said, this is called PNF stretching. It's going to let us get to a little bit farther range of motion. And I can really feel that right now. I'm going to hold this for about 10 to about 30 seconds. Okay, just for demo purpose, I'm going to get right to the other side. Same thing, we're going to go back and forth, 2 to 3 sets of 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, up into your max tolerance. So let's go the opposite side. We're gonna grab the side of a chair or bench, whatever you're on. We're gonna lean away as we drop the left shoulder this time. Drop it away, good. We're gonna stretch out a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my head and push this way and stabilize with my hand. Hold this for about 10 seconds. And then we're gonna pull back a little bit more. You should be able to get a little bit more stretch again. And now we're gonna again pull the opposite direction. I'm gonna push my head this way or pull it. Hold that for about 10 seconds. And then just get a little bit more stretch. I can, again, this is probably my tolerance for this. It took me about 2 to 3 of the 10-second PNFs in the opposite direction, or the active muscle in the opposite direction to get to this. I can feel that significantly. So you're going to do that 2 to 3 times on each side after the warm up of the up and down and forward and back. Hang tight though, because I want you to do these in the order. So we've done the warm up, we've done the PNF stretch. I hope you're doing this with me so you can feel what I'm feeling. The next is we're going to do a special nerve glide. It's going to help release the nerve that supplies the traps. Okay, for this last part, we're going to do some nerve flossing of the spinal accessory nerve, the nerve that supplies the trap. For this one, the movement is tricky. I want to show you a few variations, and I want you to do this with me. First thing, we're going to take our hand, make a fist, and we're going to pull. As we pull our arm, we're going to protract. That's the first part. And then reach. So the opposite arm in head movement. So pull, pull back. Pull, pull back. And now the other part of the movement. You can break it up into 2 parts. So we're gonna pull our fist as our head comes forward, and we're laterally flex to the opposite direction. You can do it with 2 hands too, without the head flex part. But what we can do is this, to save some time, we can go to one side. Again, let me show you from the side. Not a tricky movement. You're gonna feel that release your traps though right away. So we're gonna pull and push our head forward and come back. As we pull, we're coming this way. Again, it's a tough movement, but once you learn it, your traps will never be the same. They're going to loosen up. The nerve's going to be happy, which is going to make the muscle happy. They're connected, so when one's happy, the other one's happy. Now, just to summarize, we've done the warm-up, then we've done the PNF stretch, and now we've done the Spinal Accessory Nerve Floss. Watch the video again and go through it with me. It's very important that you go from one step to the next step to the next step to make this effective fast, but also so you can get some relief during your day. You can do this a couple times a day if you're sitting at your desk a lot. When you learn the movements, they become easier, and I can assure you, your traps will never feel the same. Now, some of you might love the trigger point, so as a bonus, you can continue to do your trigger point therapy yourself. Just find a really tight spot that's tender and sore and just press on that as a bonus. You can do this after you've done this routine. Again, remember to find both sides. It's really hard to get down here, so this is where you might need a professional, but by yourself, the upper traps, these parts right here, are often the culprits for causing headaches and dizziness and stuff like that. So you can really just kind of find a trigger point there. There's one, and you just kind of put some pressure on there for about 15 to 30 seconds. You might feel it refer. That tells you you're on trigger point. If you feel it refer, then that's the place you want to be. Again, hold it for anywhere between 10 and 30 seconds. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like videos like this, maybe you'll consider subscribing so you'll be informed when I upload new videos. If you have a question or comment about one of the movements that we made or another video, please put it down below in the comment section and I'll answer it as soon as possible. I appreciate you tuning in. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, stay well.